Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Miles, the You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. We are presented by Ice Mountain. We are live. And Jared is gone today.
He is gone today.
What do they say in the news? Jared is off.
Yes, Jared is off tonight.
Jared is off tonight. He is on his honeymoon, so probably getting after it, you know?
We'll find out in 9 months.
I don't know where he honeymooned at.
Cambodia.
Okay. He's probably fishing. He's probably hiking. He's probably doing all sorts of stuff.
I bet you he actually is hiking. Jared's a hiker.
He's a hiker for sure.
He is. He's not like up a mountain hike, but he's for sure a nice path hike guy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he proposed on a hike.
Did he?
I think so.
I don't know anything about Jared's personal life.
I don't either. And I would love to dive into the wedding already, but
yes,
we
can't.
We should this will help Jared next year in his half marathon. We'll just brand it as a 13-mile hike, and he'll love it.
Yeah, I mean, the guy does love to run, though.
Yeah, does he?
Anyways, Jared's gone, so we're gonna review his wedding next week. We were taking notes, and honestly, when it started, I was like, I don't know, seems like a normal wedding. And then it got good.
Tyler, I thought your wedding was a great time.
Oh, thanks.
I just want to throw that out there.
You started thinking about how much we ragged on his wedding.
I was a little bit,
Yeah.
and it was the first review we did, so we were fighting along the way. I had a great time at your wedding, Tyler.
Thank you.
Anyways, just not relevant whatsoever.
That's the point.
So yeah, the review is coming next week. When Jared's back, that would be mean if we reviewed it without him here.
But he wouldn't defend himself anyway. He'd just be like, "Yep."
Yeah.
And he knows.
His wife did say in the receiving line to me, she said, I don't remember exactly word for word, but I think it was something about like,
I'll be listening,
or I'll be listening, or you better be nice on the review. Or it might have just been like, excited to see what the review is after this.
Which is the right. If she said that, that's good. But if she said better say nice
I
things,
don't remember,
you're not gonna.
I don't remember. But
you don't remember.
It's good to know that we got some real estate in not only Jared's head, but also his wife's. So anytime you can get real, they're not making more. So anytime you can get real estate, you got to jump on that.
Yeah, you got to buy mental real estate.
So yeah, Jared, I hope you're having fun, buddy.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's listening right now.
Lots of laughs.
Speaking of Jared's wedding, I got a haircut the day of Jared's wedding, for Jared's wedding.
We talked with Tyler. You're supposed to get it before the day.
I know, but we had an easy day at work. I got an oil change. Yada.
Speak for yourself. I was here till fucking 4, and the wedding was at 4:30.
I was Mr. Mom on last Friday.
Daddy daycare.
Yep.
So easy day. I go to get an oil change, right? That was the main reason I'm out of the house. I'm going to get an oil change.
Like, are we talking Blue Mountain State oil change? Or are we talking?
We're talking like vehicular oil change.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
So I'm in the line at Jiffy Lube, and the mechanic starts chatting me up. Good guy. And at the end of my oil change, he's like, I told him I was going to a wedding that day. He's like, hey, if you're going to a wedding, my buddy across the street does haircuts really cheap. Oh my
God.
Get the fuck out of here.
And he's like,
only fucking Tyler is going to get a haircut a buddy of a guy who works at Jiffy Lube.
And it wasn't my plan to get a haircut. I'm like, that's a great idea. I need a haircut.
It's a terrible idea.
And I think mistake number one is the fact that he had an immediate opening.
Yeah, that's number one.
You're right.
Number two, if this guy's marketing is the guy at Jiffy Lube across the street.
But his marketing was his buddy had $10 off coupons he was handing to customers at Jiffy Lube.
Gotcha.
And so I'm like, well, I might as well swing in, see if he's got time for a walk-in.
I do respect the hustle.
Yes.
Yeah. Respect
his boy.
But 2, do you want to trust someone who's trying to get people at Jiffy Lube to walk across the street to cut your hair?
I mean,
it's a question.
Despite my general demeanor, I am way too trusting of strangers.
That is true.
So
you are a weird conundrum where you don't trust anyone, but you also do trust everyone.
Small businesses like people just hustling, I will trust them for some reason.
Was this guy's haircut services Rick's Haircuts?
I don't want to say the name.
But something like that?
Yeah. Pretty close.
Pretty easy.
Well, yeah,
What's your first name? What do you do every day? Cut hair.
Pretty close. I don't want to, because at the end of the story, it's not going to be good for him. So I don't want to rip his business.
Spoiler alert.
So this guy at Jiffy Lube, did he just assume you looked like you needed a haircut?
No, I told him we were bullshitting, and I told him I was going to a wedding, and he used that as his in. He's like, so if you're going to a wedding, my buddy over there in that strip mall gives haircuts.
Also, this guy should not be working at Jiffy Lube. He should be selling stuff.
He should be. He should be selling cars, not fixing them.
Yeah. Correct. But I guess the people at Jiffy Lube and other places like that, they do is upsell. So
that's true.
I suppose they are. They kind of, Jiffy Lube has kind of hoarded the best salesmen in the world, I would say, actually.
They were an all-time crew, actually. I always keep the windows down just so I don't have to do the awkward roll it down when they want to talk to me 10 times.
You stay in the car?
Yeah.
Really?
That's insane.
Every single person in the bay was in the car.
Are they washing?
I usually go in the little waiting area and drink the shitty coffee and watch whatever is on the TV, like Judge Judy or whatever.
Yeah,
I've never
People's Court.
Yeah, no, all three bays were full the whole time, and no one got out of their cars.
That's crazy. Have you ever stayed in the car?
In a car wash.
Yeah.
Never during an oil change.
That's crazy.
I've never gotten out.
I didn't even know you could do that.
That's a good. I now need to know who is the weirder one here, because now I don't know. Because I just got out because anytime I'd go with my dad growing up, we would just get out and go chill in the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Are you getting your oil changed at like a drive-through Jiffy Lube type of place, or are you going to like
park in front of the garage door, and then when they pop it open, you drive in and you get out and you go sit in the thing.
Huh.
So are they do they have like an underground like pit?
Don't they have to get into
oil
the
in
driver?
Bay 3?
Don't they get into the driver's seat for some stuff?
Mm-mm. They come in and they check your odometer. They look through your window, check your odometer, look at your oil sticker from before, and that's it. Can you start it for me? Yep.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Huh. I've never stayed in the car.
It's kind of nice.
I feel like it's kind of one of those things that it's like, I don't want to be in their way. I don't want to be watching over them while they do their work. So I don't know.
I mean, the first time I ever did it, there were other people were in their car. So I just assumed that's what you did, because I'd never gone to like a Jiffy Lube until 3 years ago.
You could have said, it wouldn't have surprised me if you'd have said, I used to work at a Jiffy Lube.
No, I don't know shit about cars. That's the one thing I've never done.
I wouldn't have to start over with.
No, we've already started.
Yep.
Now, if you're listening, you got to let us know. Weigh in. Do you stay in your car or do you get out of the car and go wait in the waiting room if you go to a oil change service of some sort?
Because see, when I go get my oil change, I drop my truck off in the morning and I usually come back and get it at noon.
Yeah, that's normal. That's when you do it at an auto shop.
But then you got to coordinate the ride from the oil shop or the body shop to work and back to the body shop. So it gets kind of messy.
It is cheaper though.
Cheaper than Jiffy Lube?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. They upcharge you for the convenience, but it is convenient.
Interesting.
They do lube me up
They do.
Pretty
They
jiffily.
do. Give me that synthetic, please.
They do jiffy me lube-nist. Anyways.
All-time crew. So much chirping going back and forth. One super fucking cranky old guy's like, I need a back rub and $1 million. Fucking storming off.
Sounds like
you want to get that fucking oil in Bay 1? Why is the fucking hood popped on this one? It's like, Jesus, buddy. And then he went on his smoke break, and then my guy took over, and he was really nice. He run a tight ship though. Anyway, he gives me the haircut coupon.
So time out. Not only do you go to Jiffy Lube, do they try to upsell you on the air filter and the washer fluid, all that shit? Now you're getting upsold on haircuts.
Yeah.
And that's quite literally, I mean, that's under the table too. Jiffy Lube ain't getting a cut off these haircuts.
He for sure was like, I got this coupon. My buddy does haircuts. He's like, I'm like, is this a drug deal? What's going on here?
Yeah, his buddy probably worked out a deal with him saying like, hey, if you can bring in X amount of people, then I'll bring you on.
But that's also his sales tactic, because as soon as something feels like a secret, you want it more.
It's true.
That is very
so
true.
I think that's an old swindler's trick. You got swindled so badly.
It felt doubly like a secret when I got there because I plug in the address and I get to a barber shop.
I thought it was just across the street.
Yeah, I still had to like find which building it was.
Okay.
It's in a strip mall thing,
Gotcha.
right? So I get up to this barber shop and it is not the name on the card.
Rebranding.
So I was I walk in and they're like, hey, you got an
You
appointment?
change it from Rick's to Swanson's, which is his last name. Rick Swanson's the guy's name. Swanson's haircut.
Swanson's cut. Yeah.
Or no, it changed it because he now has his brother in on it, so it's Swanson Brothers haircut.
So I walk in and the gal at the front, she's like, you have an appointment? I was like, no, I was just hoping for a walk-in. They're like, we don't have any. And I was like, am I at the right place? And I show her the card. She's like, oh, he's in the back. So
You got a backroom haircut?
I got a backroom haircut.
Was there a happy ending to this haircut?
No, unfortunately.
Because when I think of back room, I think of video action back in my hometown.
Yeah,
When it's like the back room, you had to be 18 or over.
It was that vibe. She's like, let me check first. I'll come let you know if he has time for
Well, she was like, I'll go see if he's got clothes on.
It was like that. And
Are you decent?
So she's like, hey, he's got an opening right now. You're good to go. And so she starts leading me back there. And we're going through hallways. We're past the storage closets, past the bathrooms. I'm like, holy shit, what did I get myself into? And I walk in there and it is the coolest haircut spot I've ever seen. This dude is in a little 10 by 12 room. He's got a projector screen up. He's got college game day on or college football stuff going on. He's got his PS5 hooked up so you could play the PS5 if you want while he's giving you a haircut. Because he gives you the cape, and the cape had a see-through spot in the front, so you could see the controller. And it started.
Which I would never need.
Yeah, me either. I got it.
Fucking noob looking at the fucking controller.
I mean, but if you're an Xbox guy, you got to know the controls on your PS5. But anyway, it starts out awesome. He's a super nice guy, and I tell him I get the most basic haircut: 2 on the sides, take a 1/2 inch off the top, blend it together. That's it.
Halfy off the top.
And he starts going to work and he is doing stuff to my hair that I've never had at any barber experience. Like he's got like his comb out and he's using it to line up my sideburns super nice. And he's really he razor shaves my neck.
What color was his razor? Was it gold?
I don't remember.
Okay.
And also when I get my haircut, I have to take my glasses off so I can't see any of the work being done to me. So I'm blind. I just
if you couldn't play PS5, then you couldn't fucking see the TV.
That's actually what I told him. He's like, you want to play a PS5? I'm like, I can't see fucking shit without my glasses.
Tyler just gets worked in Madden or something like 50 nothing. I can't see.
Yeah, he's like,
how would that be different than when he plays when he can
true.
see?
That's true.
So he's giving me the haircut and I have to judge just off of feel. And I'm like, this feels like it's going to be the best haircut I've ever had. And we finish up. And I put my glasses on and he spins me to the mirror. He fucked my shit up bad.
So you had this haircut at the wedding?
I had to do a lot of comb over work.
I was gonna say I didn't
try to
notice
hide it.
shit.
I thought your haircut looked good at the wedding
Thank you.
because I don't see you with a hat without a hat very often.
I'm going to send you guys the pictures right now of what it looked like. I'll add them to the podcast. So if you're video listeners,
I gotta get this picture on my phone.
I have a colic on the back of my head. And instead of trimming it, like which most people, he shaved it off with the buzzer. So at the top of my head just has a bald spot.
Tyler, my boy, my guy, my man. You know what would have probably, you talked all this fancy stuff about he's got a PS5, this and that. Did he have a fridge full of aluminum bottle ice mountains?
No.
That's why it was $25 and not very good.
You're right.
If it would have been 30, he would have had ice mountain ready for you. You would have been parched. You probably, I don't know if you know this, but if you drink ice mountain in an aluminum bottle, it cures eyesight, allegedly.
Are you kidding me?
So you would have been able to play a PS5 if you had had an ice mountain before this.
And I would have been able to watch the massacre.
Yeah, you could have maybe stopped it early. Said, wait, you could have went
A little high.
You could have went, whoa there, boy.
Like he's a horse.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Hey. Easy there, boy. You know, you could have said that.
Could have.
And all this could have been avoided if he just had a fridge full of Ice Mountain aluminum bottles like we do here at the office.
Hopefully he's listening. Hopefully he takes that note down.
Well, think about
And I also want to make sure that everyone knows that curing the eyesight part is allegedly.
Alleged, yes.
There's no actual hard data behind that, but I'll tell you what, we can't prove that people who their eyesight does improve wasn't drinking Ice Mountain. So we can't prove it, but could be some correlation. So guys, if you'd like to be able to see your bad haircut better, you got to drink some aluminum bottle Ice Mountains. Plus 1% goes back to the Great Lakes region.
Oh, yeah.
Just can't argue with that. Guys, all football season long, the boys here at YBR are doing PrizePicks. And right now, if you sign up with code YBR, you get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win your lineup to receive the $50. It's basic. It is guaranteed. And right now, all you need is one Caleb Williams passing yard, gets you one win on your lineup on PrizePicks every week in September. You only 1 yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks of free W's. Is this maybe one? I don't know how many weeks left, but get it while you can.
Yes.
So you got to sign up with code YBR. And guys, last week we went 0 for 4.
We did go 0 for 4, but as an individual, your boy did good. I had a good week. Here's a slip for you. $40 to win $260. CJ Stroud pick, Justin Jefferson touchdown, Sam Darnold touchdown.
We don't need to know all of the picks.
And Jonathan Grenard sack. And they were all done in the first 2 series of the game.
And how much money did you win?
$260.
$260.
Hell yeah.
That could get you 10 haircuts.
It can.
It can. So this week, what are we going to pick? Last week, we did not do good. My guy that I picked to have a touchdown had 0 catches for 0 yards. So I am not feeling great about that, but it is what it is. Who are you picking, or Tyler?
I'm going Aaron Jones. Anytime touchdown. More than half a touchdown Aaron Jones revenge game against the Packers.
Okay.
AJ.
I am also going to go Vikings as well, Tyler.
Let's go.
I also got Justin Jefferson for a touchdown.
I like it.
Rusher receiving, play the hits. And then Ryan.
Where's this going?
I got a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Oh, do you?
Man.
I don't think this is going to be the time when he finally shakes it off and gets a touchdown.
Obviously, we got Caleb Williams too.
And Caleb
that's the free play.
Yep.
I got a Travis Kelce. I got him more than 0.5 touchdowns. I don't think he's had a touchdown all year. He can't go 4 straight weeks without a touchdown.
Holy smokes!
It's 3.
Hold on. We go from this lineup being 7x to getting Travis Kelce to 22.5x if we win it all.
20 to win 450.
I like that. So guys, if you would like to play PrizePicks this week, you got to sign up. Use code YBR, $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Roll with the boys. Last week was a fluke.
It was.
This week we're going all the way. Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, Travis Kelce, obviously Caleb Williams. So guys, go sign up, check it out, and good luck.
Okay, I sent it to you guys.
And text her.
Yep. And so I told him basically I push my hair from the left to the right. And so he's like, perfect. At the end of the cut, he's like, I have it so you can push your hair to the left to right. And then if you want to, you can push it the other way too. And I push it the other way, and he is shaved to the top of my head in the middle. He gave me a mohawk.
Yeah, that's tough look. Looks choppy.
So is it combed over in these photos?
Yep.
Okay, you should have taken a non-comb over picture.
I should have, but I sent it to my.
Why don't you just reveal the haircut now?
It just doesn't look as bad with hat hair because it's super flat.
Yeah, I don't think it look. You just kind of. It's like. You look more military than you normally do.
So when you comb it over, you can see he shaved all the way to right here.
He just gave you a mohawk.
He did.
Why don't you just rock the mohawk?
And he also didn't cut anything off my bangs.
Well, he did say off the top, not the front.
That's true. That's true. So this is the look I'm rolling with for a while. I got another wedding in a couple weeks. The pictures, I took them to send to my wife to be like, do I just buzz it? She's like, no, you got to hide it this week. You can't have it buzz for the wedding coming up. So,
and I like, it's a clear comb over.
Oh yeah.
Like you can see in the photo that it's being forced.
Yeah. That's
it's like when you try and force your hair in the opposite direction of what it normally is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So
it could have been a lot worse. It's not
absolutely
great.
could have been.
What did you learn today? What did you learn that day, Tyler?
So many lessons. Actually, I learned that if a deal seems too good to be true, it is.
And if a guy's whispering about a deal, it's
Mhm.
probably a swindler's trick.
It is. And then if the business doesn't match the card, probably a red flag. And if you are escorted to the far back of a business, you're not getting the more quality product. To be fair, $25. I kind of got
not bad.
I got what I paid
I mean,
for.
that's what I pay for.
I pay $30 and I get top of the line.
Yeah, he is $35, but I had $10 off with my coupon.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to knock the dude's bit. I don't want to say his name because he was a great guy. And he's super, super nice dude, but bad haircut.
When he asked, like, all right, what do you think?
I said, I mean, it
you
looks
can't-
great.
you
said
you
awesome.
cannot criticize him to
He
his
got
face.
he got a tip and everything.
Yeah. That's classic Midwest.
Yep.
Someone will do a poor job with your service and you'll thank them and tip them even.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting a massage when you don't want to tell them that, like, hey, could you maybe
Can you not?
cool it a little
Yeah.
bit? Like my muscles are protruding out of my skin.
Can you-
I'm the opposite. I tell them to go harder.
Do you?
Well, yeah,
I don't
we've done this before in
Yeah.
this podcast, but there's no benefit to getting a massage that doesn't truly get deep into your muscles because they're not getting rid of the muscle adhesions.
Yeah, but some people get massages not even for that, just for the relaxation.
Yeah, that lasts 20 minutes?
It's like getting your back scratched. That doesn't do. I mean, it doesn't do anything for your.
Doesn't cost you
skin.
$120.
That's true.
That is true. That is true. But it's hard to find someone who will scratch your back for an hour and a half.
I'll get you to relax for $120. You want to give that money to me instead?
That's all it fucking
I'm
costs.
very curious of what service you're offering.
Fuck, that's cheap.
I think that's a Patreon thing. Speaking of Patreon, guys, we're getting close to 3,000 patrons. And at 3,000, the old ball and chains are going to do a podcast on Patreon without us.
Less than 200 more of you.
Less than 200.
Yeah.
We've surpassed 2,800.
Mhm.
We're almost there. It's almost to the finish line, folks. And I think she's kind of chomping at the bit.
My wife's shitting her pants.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't felt the vibes out from it. I think she forgot about it.
Good.
Yeah.
So she doesn't even have it on her conscience
Yeah,
right now.
don't give her a chance to back out. Just once we hit 3,000, then say something to
Day
her
before.
and then be like, there, we already did it. You have to do it.
Yeah. Yep. No, I mean, she's committed.
Or you
She's
could
committed.
just tell her we have a party here at the office and then you
That's a good
show
one.
up and then
Mhm.
just be like,
Yeah.
it's in here.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta go.
And then
do
we
some
can lock
work
the door.
quick. Yeah. And as excited as I am to get to 3,000, I mean, this does the opposite of benefiting us.
This could
That's
hurt
true.
us.
Yeah.
This could be pretty damning.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to video interview my wife and post it on Patreon to get her thoughts.
Of like a pre-game
Yeah,
interview.
just like see how she's feeling.
Well, what we should do is once we hit 3,000, then we have media week like they do for the Super
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
What do they call that? Media row.
Bowl. Yeah, something
We'll be
like that.
media row.
Yeah.
Have you guys been on your best behaviors or no?
I now that you say
Always.
it, I probably should.
Yeah.
I start sucking up.
Buying her gifts.
Yeah, just start washing pump parts immediately.
I do that every
Get
night.
that fucking that.
I'm good
deal
for
stained. Get that bench stained.
Yeah, I'm
Get the
be
garage
staining
clean.
the bench. Yeah. So yeah, guys, go to patreon.com/YouBetchaRadio. Help get us to 3,000. Then you get an episode with the old wives.
Ugh.
So I just would never, because When I was a kid, this girl cut my hair.
Mm-hmm.
She actually babysat us. And for the last 20 years, the same person has just been cutting my hair. I don't know what I'm going to do she's pretty young still. She'll like that I said that.
Nice.
But someday when she retires, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just never get a haircut again. I just couldn't imagine rolling up to some place and just being like, I trust you with my hair.
Dude, I have a crisis right now. Does she have openings? Because I need a consistent person to cut my hair.
I mean, you probably just can't afford her.
No, you said it was $25.
Might be 30.
Mine's 50.
See,
You said it was 30.
The one okay.
There we go.
No.
You can't backpedal.
No, I'm not backpedaling.
it used to be 30.
I've been bouncing around a little bit. So I purely only get my hair cut based off referrals.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't just randomly walk into a place and get my hair cut. I only go off of good referrals and people who I know have good haircuts.
What if the mechanic at Jiffy Lube refers you?
I wouldn't go. Definitely wouldn't go.
Did the guy say that's where he gets his haircut?
He is bald.
That's the final lesson. That's the final lesson, Tyler. Don't ever take hair advice from a bald guy.
That's true. And it was shaved bald, though. It was a choice.
Huge mistake.
I know.
I mean,
so I've been bouncing around a little bit here and there. One's 50, one's 30. They both give good cuts, but it's just depends on the vibe that I'm looking for.
I mean, if I were you, I would go for the $20 cheaper vibe every time.
I mean, if anyone's listening and is a door-to-door salesman, you're gonna want to go to Tyler's house.
Yep, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I mean, that guy, he can't refuse anything.
As long as you're nice.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
What do they call that? The people who sell those books in the summer, Southwest Advantage or something, Northwest Advantage.
No idea.
It's a door-to-door book salesman. They're usually college kids.
Tyler's got like 8 encyclopedias.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
He's got one in red, one in green, one in blue.
If I buy the silver ones, I get the gold ones half off.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just can't pass up on those kinds of savings.
Where do you think we get all the fun facts from?
I hope you know your kids are going to make fun of you for that someday.
Probably.
Dad bought this stupid fucking thing again because the guy told them that it was cheaper right now.
Yeah, my parents...
Like my dad, in some parking lot somewhere in Fargo, there's people selling 20 steaks for $40. So $2 a steak. It's a good deal.
That's a great deal.
It's a great deal until you cook them and try to eat them, and they're the worst steak you've ever had. It was bad.
Really? Okay. I mean, obviously. But.
And I think we didn't have the heart to tell them that they were really bad. It was just kind of like, yeah, it's okay. Could actually use some A1 sauce. You got any in the fridge? They were tough. Quite literally, they were tough.
Huh.
I'm a sucker for raffle tickets too. Like someone's coming door to door selling like football booster raffle tickets. I'm buying a book.
What's the most that you will spend on a raffle ticket?
Oh, $50.
It depends on the prizes.
But not I wouldn't spend $50 on one raffle ticket. If it's $50 for the book, I'll buy that.
Damn, there ain't many books out there for $50.
If they're $5 a ticket.
Especially if they're giving guns away and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones. It's like when you get a slim chance to win like a nice 22 or 12 gauge or something. I will buy one every single time.
I'm never going out of my way to like buy one from like Ducks Unlimited or something like that because they're not coming to my door. It's the high school football players that your raffle ticket, you might get a side by side or
the fire
shit.
stations and shit like that. Yeah. Yep.
Well, should we take a break, boys?
Sure.
Tyler, you can gel your hair on the break.
Yep.
Guys, before we get in the second segment, got to remind you that on OUBetcha.com, we got everything at $19.99. Ryan's got on the Never Met a Beer I Wouldn't Drink shirt. You look snazzy.
A great country song.
It would be a great country song.
Never met a beer that I wouldn't drink.
I also am wearing the hat.
Ooh.
If you didn't
2 peas in one pod.
I'm glad you look at my eyes and not my hat.
Yeah, I'm focused.
My eyes are down here.
It's all about eye contact.
So guys, go check out the You Betcha merch. We also got the canvas vest for $39.99. Can't beat that price.
That'd be quite the outfit right there. Never met a beer shirt, canvas vest, never met a beer hat.
I would recommend buying all three to wear them at the same time, but I don't know if I would recommend wearing them all at the same time.
It's unique though.
I think t-shirt and vest is a great look.
It really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you got different strokes for different folks. So guys, go to oubetcha.com. $19.99 hats and shirts, $39.99 canvas vests. Check it out. All right, second segment. We were talking for this, and that our wives, we love our wives. We talked about them being on the Patreon. We love them so much that we want to, I think they deserve some awards.
Yeah, I think
Would
they
you
deserve
agree?
a podcast together too without us in the room.
That's almost an award in
It's an
itself.
award in itself.
It's like a reward.
And so then we started thinking about, well, what should our wives get awards for? And so the first thing that I'll say is my wife deserves an award for being able to fall asleep with her phone in her hand, with the brightness all the way up and the volume on and the TikTok still playing. That woman can sleep through anything. She deserves an award for that. So give it up for my wife for being able to just relax in some of the most chaotic circumstances.
I'm going to throw my wife in there as well. Same exact thing. I swear she's made someone's TikTok career before by giving it views all night long.
Half of TikTok views are either one, when someone's on the toilet wiping, or two, people's wives falling asleep with the TikTok going.
Hey, so maybe that's
half of, if there's 1 billion views a day on TikTok, 500 million are those.
Do we need to change our business model? Instead of giving people entertainment, do we need to put them to sleep?
Yeah.
So then our video just plays on repeat?
Yeah. I did come across a video while I was on the toilet that was like, this video is extra long so that you can wipe. And I was like, how do they know I'm on the toilet right now?
They're watching.
They could probably just feel that your phone was horizontal.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how she's able to do it. If I have any sort of extra stimulation, I cannot fall asleep. And she's like, I have to be overstimulated to fall asleep.
See, I'm somewhere in the middle. Like at any visual stimulation, I cannot sleep. But I can fall asleep listening to a podcast or the radio or something like that.
That's crazy. I can't. I just start thinking about it. I'm too dialed in.
But like, does Anne fall asleep in every situation? Like not just the bed, but like also she can sleep in a car anytime, on a plane anytime. Because Becca could, I swear, if we were camping, we didn't have a tent and she just laid down on the forest floor, she'd be taking a nap in 30 seconds.
Yeah, probably.
It's insane to me. And even when I have my comfort stuff like music or whatever, a noise, it takes me 30 minutes to fall asleep. She like hits that pillow and she's out.
Yeah, that's what she says. She can't just hit the pillow and go out, so she has to watch TikTok. And then I tell her, you probably would fall asleep faster if you didn't go on TikTok, and your sleep would probably be better. But that's in marriage. I'm finding there's a lot of battles that aren't worth fighting. Yeah, and that's one of them.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you much.
Yeah.
So do you have to shut her TikTok
Yeah,
off
so like
work?
she'll fall asleep and then I'll just like reach over her and just click the side button and not even take it out of her hand, just so that it shuts off.
So she's got to be waking up with a low battery phone almost.
That
daily.
woman lives her life on low battery.
That's something she should get an award for.
The ability to just somehow her phone always works, but it's never charged.
I'm a spaz. Even if my phone's at 90% when I go to bed, it's getting plugged in.
Yeah. It's like the only time I ever don't plug it in is if I'm like hammered and I just forget.
Yep. Or you fall asleep on the couch.
What?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. If you're so fucked up, you can't even, I mean, you ain't going to get anything else in it. You know what I mean? So you can't even get the fucking charge cord in your phone. Why plug it in?
Back in the day, it's like you plugged it in, but you just jammed it in the headphone jack.
Speaking of phones, my wife deserves an award for being able to find her phone, even though she loses it 15 times a day. She always finds it. It's never truly lost, but she loses it at least 5 times a day.
And where is it usually?
Usually it's in some obscure spot. She set it down after chasing the kids.
In a cupboard.
Yep.
In a drawer. Mine's usually caught in the couch usually when I lose it.
She leaves it in the closet a lot because like we have a walk-through closet from the bathroom. So she'll set it on a shelf as she's walking through.
When I go and dress down for the evening.
Throw on the sweatpants.
No, like my sleeping shorts.
Okay.
Which
i.e. my underwear.
No, I don't sleep in underwear. I just shorts.
Really?
Yeah, I free ball it under shorts.
Huh. That's insane.
I set my phone in my socks area and then I just go to bed. And then like 3 minutes later, I'm like, where did I leave my phone? And Ann goes, did you check the socks?
Yeah.
So I'm getting to that.
It's a classic. Yeah. You had set your phone down somewhere in the warehouse the other day and you like lost it for a sec. If you set your phone down in that warehouse and forget where it's at, you may never find it.
It could be a while.
It could be anywhere.
And you can't like call it because it's going to be on vibrate. No one's going to hear that in there.
Yeah, no one's got their ringer on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's more than half of my calls to my wife are so she can find her damn phone.
Yeah, so you said at least five times.
The 15 was an exaggeration. 5 is pretty accurate.
So if we even go three's a for sure.
3 is a for
that's
sure.
That's a lot of times throughout the day.
And it's always
your phone.
Have you seen my phone? Like, Jesus Christ. And I'm over dramatic now. Throw the
Sorry
hands.
that she's running your household and just doesn't have time to be on her phone all the time like you, Tyler.
Put it in your pocket.
Sorry she isn't just constantly placing lineups on PrizePicks every fucking minute.
She's constantly checking icemountainwater.com.
Yeah. So, no, I get it. I get it.
Yep.
She does deserve an award. Good job for losing your phone, but also more so finding it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
She's a self-inflicted Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. She likes the dramatics.
Mm-hmm.
One thing my wife should get an award for is I'll say she's probably the number one online order pickup customer in the entire world.
Dude, this was my next one. Can I join in with
Join
you
in
on
with me.
Mine is my wife deserves an award for always finding something new to buy online. Just when you think she's bought every single thing on the internet, she's scoured high and low for any product or whatever, she somehow finds a new thing to buy that shows in a box that you've never seen before. And you go, what is this? And she goes, oh, it's just that thing.
It's a new conditioner I found. It's supposed to fucking hair growth 10x.
Yeah, it's like
something
unbelievable. She deserves an award for finding some of the deep darks of the internet stuff.
Yeah. My wife will place orders at stores that I didn't even know that had online order. Like you could just online order and curbside pickup. Okay,
I was going to ask, is it pickup or is it a random stuff showing up to your house? Like
curbside pickup all the time. She's like Jiffy. This haircut guy, he probably has curbside haircuts. If she does, she would find it and she would probably get one.
So she's the curbside queen.
Curbside queen.
I don't know if we should call her that.
Well, at least she's not like the corner. She's not like the street corner queen. Like the street corner sister or something.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No. So
she's the pickup princess.
There we go. Yeah, we found it.
Okay, that's
better.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, again, she'll curbside pick up fucking anything. She could probably curbside pick up a puppy at the fucking whatever. And it's like, oh, they got an app. How do you know they have an app for this? How many apps do you have? You got fucking 10 pages to slide through?
Her promotional email inbox has got to be a nightmare.
Now, I think a little bit in her defense, I actually assume that every single person that sells something, one, you can buy it online and have it delivered to your house.
Yeah.
I think in today's world, if you can't buy it online and have it delivered to your house, it's weird.
No, I agree. 100%.
But the curbside pickup, I wouldn't know what stores got it and not.
Not a chance. I mean, I think they make an app that directs you to stores for certain items so you can pick it up there.
Interesting.
So like you go through it and it's like, You fill out your thing, and it's like we'll bundle as many things as we can into one store.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And then try to make it so you only have to do like 3 pickups.
Yeah, little fucking Saturday errands. Around. Is she and sometimes
they should do a service that you pay them to go to the store for you, pick it up, and bring it to your house.
It's like getting instant. It's like an instant.
Yeah, it's like if you just instantly had all the items in your cart at your house because someone went and picked it up. They should.
They could call it instant shopping cart.
I like that.
That is good.
I really like that.
That's good.
ISC.
And maybe,
Or
maybe, they could just bring the stuff right to your door really fast, and we can call it door fast.
What if instead of it even being like items to cook, the food's already cooked and it's brought to your door?
That's a new thing.
Yeah.
Like what would you call it?
I mean, I couldn't tell. I mean,
I think
I would say maybe Lyft Munches.
I think Domino's does that. They'll cook you a pizza.
I don't know what you're
opposite of Uber Eats.
You could have just done like massive food. Yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
What?
Domino's will do that. They'll just deliver it to your door.
Fuck Domino's.
Oh, shit. That's got to be new invention, huh?
I don't.
Yeah, fuck. I mean,
If it's a pizza,
the way
I'd
he
rather
described it,
curbside pick it
yeah,
up.
they'll make the food for you and bring it to your door.
I'd rather just go to Papa Murphy's, pick it up, and make it myself. If I'm doing pizza night, I want to do it the hard way.
$3.50 and a lot of love.
Have you guys ever eaten Domino's like in the store?
No.
That's crazy.
Because they do have like a couple like little tables or booths.
I
Tabletop.
think those got to be just for people to wait for their pizza.
That's for the employees on their break.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Nah, never.
That'd
I
be
was just curious
crazy.
if anyone had.
I've eaten in store at like Pizza Ranch and Pizza Hut. That's it.
Pizza buffet, Pizza Ranch buffet.
Well, of course, because no one out pizzas the Hut.
No.
Never seen it happen once.
Mm-mm.
I wonder how long Domino's got to be coming out with a buffet soon.
I don't know.
I think they're just.
I think they're doing
they've
fine.
gone all in on delivery.
They have the infrastructure to seat people.
Yeah. I actually prefer DiGiorno. It's because it's not delivery.
Another thing.
Tyler.
Another thing that my wife deserves an award for is laughing at the same 4 jokes that I say every day, every month, every year, just to make me feel good.
What an awesome quality to have.
Can you tell?
We've been together now since 2018. That's 6 years. Been together for 6 years. Still laughs at the same 4 jokes 6 years in a row.
That's nice.
Have you told those jokes on here? Or is that more of an at-home?
It's more like concepts of jokes.
Sure. When you're more so like when you're dressed down for the evening type of joke.
Yeah, it's like a dressed down type of situation.
Sure. This is a little bit more formal.
Yeah.
I get it.
So can you tell?
No,
is she
guys,
pity laughing or does she think they're funny?
Guys, the same 4 jokes are all the same 4 jokes that we make every fucking week on this podcast. You could boil our shit. Dick jokes.
Hell yeah.
Fart jokes, sarcastic, and something else. Like, guys, we got
Potty jokes.
we got 4 pitches in the bag.
Question: Is she actually? Does she still think they're funny, or is she pity laughing you?
I think she still thinks they're funny.
That's good.
I'm gonna just go on life thinking she does, even if she doesn't, because it makes me feel good.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that's a great quality to have in your long-term partner.
My favorite, the jokes that make me feel better, the best, is when she tries not to laugh.
Oh, that's
and
the
then
best.
does. It's way better than getting an actual belly laugh.
Because you had to earn it.
Mm-hmm. Then
You know,
she tried not to.
And it was so good, she just had to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best. Because it also is like, but they don't want to because they know that them giving you the satisfaction of laughing is you're just going to do more jokes like that. And it's just this vicious circle.
Yeah, if wives were, if they were really smart and they wanted to really like impress their husbands, they would just laugh at the first joke of any situation, because if you get the first laugh, then you probably won't make any more after that. You want to end on a high note.
Yeah,
You're like, if I don't get a laugh right away on the first joke, I'm going to tell another one, and I'm going to tell another one, and tell another one, and that's when the annoyance kicks in for my wife.
But there's also, though, like if I were to do something funny and she laughs on the first one, I am going to do that 10 more times.
You're
For
like,
sure.
I'm on a
For
roll.
sure.
Yeah. So it's a slippery slope. I don't envy them, and that's why they deserve an award.
Yes.
They deserve awards for humor.
I think this is a lot of wives, but my wife deserves an award for drinking 0 water and somehow still being alive.
And still surviving.
Yeah.
How she's not a shriveled, pruned up raisin.
I don't get it. I mean, she should absolutely be just a piece of sandpaper on the sidewalk for the amount of water
You
she
should
drinks.
have to scrape her off the sidewalk because she's so dehydrated.
And it's not, we have copious amounts of Ice Mountain in our home. So the water's there.
It's not like she doesn't have an opportunity.
Mhm.
I would agree. It's crazy that my wife can go like 20. My wife is 29 years without drinking a drop of water.
And she's totally
How
fine.
is she doing it? They should be doing medical studies on these women.
Yep. I think
Same with your old man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did I marry my dad? I don't know. My dad's gone 64 years without drinking a drop of water.
Jesus.
How good do you think
And you're
you feel
like,
if you just had one sip?
It does help that when I told him, hey, Dad, why are you not sweating? And the answer is because he doesn't drink any water, so he's that dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he said, Miles, steel doesn't sweat.
Ooh.
So
I might have to steal that one.
That is good.
what a tough guy he is. Tough guy. He's tougher than water. So
Speaking of water, my wife, she deserves an award for the amount of water that she's able to save, the amount of money that she's able to save from water consumption. And what I mean by that is the ability to kill a garden off as fast as humanly possible. So it's
wait, I'm just confused.
No,
I'm confused.
She's
So
bad at growing the garden, so she doesn't have to water it.
she has this grand scheme to like plant this garden and like harvest all these vegetables, and then the failure to water the garden and allow it to grow just somehow goes out the door, and either the rabbits are chewing everything off or it just doesn't grow.
yeah, props to your wife for saving money on the water bill.
Yes, and
for not watering her garden.
And maybe we need to just like reframe the vision of her garden into, she's just providing nutritious food for the animals.
pollinators.
Yeah, pollinators,
Hey.
rabbits.
This is shocking news to me, actually.
Really?
I have on my list for your wife that this is something she would never let happen.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I view your wife as like, if she has a garden, she's doing a garden the right fucking way, and she's not going to let those things shrivel and die. That's shocking news to me.
Now, the flowers in the flower pots around the house, those get watered religiously. But
So what's the difference, you think?
I think it's because the hose doesn't reach all the way back to the garden. So it's like an inconvenience to have to stretch it out all the way. And like from me to Tyler away, try and hit that tomato plant.
So why don't you just get her a longer hose, Ryan?
she's been asking that for years.
Thanks, guys. I mean, it's if it was that fucking easy,
I mean, it is. Next time she's doing curbside pickup, have her pick up a longer hose.
You throw it on the order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't found the right hose yet.
Oh, okay.
Again, it's like where I get my haircut. I'm waiting for a great hose referral from some guy that has an immaculate garden.
Well, if only you had an audience that was listening to this that could maybe give you some recommendations.
They got
I need a hose recommendation.
They got plenty of hose.
I would say that there's actually different hose in different area codes.
Plenty.
So if you're listening, you have a hose recommation
I need a good
for t-shirt guy, you gotta let him know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I need
Let them know where the hose at.
Yeah.
I need a good wind up system too. I don't want to fucking audio.
Any
visual.
preference on what color hose you'd like?
No, the color doesn't mean anything.
I mean,
it's all about pressure
Okay.
and flow.
Okay.
Like how quick from when you turn the knob can it get to the end of the hose?
Okay. So you want a lubed up hose. You
Yeah.
want that shit to be
It's like when that thing gets turned on, it's fucking out.
Do you care how it feels in your hand?
Ergonomically,
like when you have your hose in your hand,
okay,
and you're spraying everywhere, do you care how it feels, or is it just about the water at the end?
It's just about the water at the end. It's about the release.
And does the store matter to you? Does it matter where the hose at? Does that matter or no?
Where them hose at?
Yeah.
It's got to fit on the side of my house.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, location doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter where the hose at.
Do you ever, when you're done watering something, just take the hose down and throw it down? Do a hose down, throw down?
If I have like an external, like a thought, like an internal thought that just like pops into my head and it could piss me off, I can throw it down. I have the ability to.
You could do a hose down, throw down.
Or like if my dog starts barking at someone walking by and I have to run out there and get him, then I have to throw the hose down.
Yeah, good to know. So guys, you guys know what he's looking for in a hose.
Yep.
It's a showdown is what it is. Hose down, shows down.
Anyways.
And mine was bad, but that one wasn't.
He did the exact same thing. You both did.
All right, I got one more.
Okay.
My wife deserves an award for being the best mom on the planet.
Oh,
Tyler, fun facts.
Puke, dude.
Tyler, fun fact.
Huge props to my mom and my mom. Huge props to Ann for being the best mom on the planet. All the rest of the moms, except for my mom.
Do you have a kid?
Can suck
How
it.
is she a mom? Do you have a child?
She's a mom to all the stuff she buys on Amazon.
Okay.
So huge shout out to my wife for being, besides my mom.
Remember at the beginning of the pod we said we got to start kissing ass. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's your audio award, honey. Here you go.
Your potty.
Speech. I just would like to thank my husband for being the best husband in the world and the best dad.
God, you have a kid?
Holy shit. I didn't see this coming.
What makes her the number one mom?
You don't know her. She does all the mom stuff better than all the other moms.
Well, yeah, just example wise, because I would disagree.
I mean, my
with
kid's
you.
already eating solid foods, and your kid's still on the teat. He's what, 3?
Kid talk.
Here we go.
So, you got fun facts?
I do. I have 2 fun facts.
You brought fun facts without Jared?
I did, because I had one I requested months ago, and Jared refuses to do it. So here it is.
We ain't got no Patreon questions.
No, they got to listen to Patreon for Patreon this week. We'll save
yous.
The first fun fact, in 1932 in Australia, there was a nuisance wildlife management military operation undertaken known as the Great Emu War. So basically, there was a overpopulation of emus, which are like ostriches.
Don't fucking emu-splain me.
Okay.
I know what fucking emu is.
You know how many people listen that might not?
God, we talked about my uncle killed. My grandpa had a.
We literally. Did you just fucking emu-splain me?
I emu-splained you.
It's like, it'd be like, so I have a dog. Oh, by the way, a dog is just a smaller wolf.
a long-term or long-distant descendant. Yeah.
Yeah. Of a wolf.
Yeah.
Continue on.
So basically, there were so many emus that they were destroying the crops, and it was actually affecting the economy in Australia. So they declared war on the emus, and they were using guns called Lewis guns, and they lost. They couldn't kill enough of the emus. They kept coming back. The population was too strong. So Australia lost a war to these giant birds.
Yeah, but did they lose the battle, or did they? Because we had to have won the war.
They did not win the war.
So there's emus that have taken over the entire Australian continent.
Still?
Yes, there's an emu overpopulation in Australia still. So basically what happened there, they had the first round of the emu war. They went back for more after World War II and lost again.
How many baby emus do mama emus produce every year?
I would say a batch.
Keep going. You have first attempt, second attempt, and then what about now? Aftermath. Zoom in on that. All right. Despite the problems encountered with the cull, is that what they're calling it? The farmers of the region once again requested military assistance in 1934, 1943, and 48, only to be turned down by the government.
They gave up.
That's just, hey, they literally got beaten down by emus, which is very close to an ostrich, just so you know.
Yep. It's good to know.
Instead, the bounty system that had been instigated in 1923 was continued, and this proved to be effective. 57,000 bounties were claimed over a 6-month period in 1934.
Holy.
So people got paid to go kill them?
Because the government couldn't keep up.
Well, I mean, if you want to fuck something up, just have the government do it. So of course this makes sense.
Well, and then in 1950, the government gave out over 500,000 rounds of ammunition so these farmers could go shoot down the emus.
That's what drove up the price of ammo a few years back.
And it got so bad it spread to the United Kingdom somehow, which is Australia is surrounded by water.
It doesn't make any sense.
They're a flightless bird.
Some Dylan was like, dude, you know what would be funny? If we took a bunch of emus and brought them to the UK and made them have issues there too. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Why do this alone?
And then he fucking blew up the toilet and then left. Dylan. This is what he does.
Well, I think the issue was that Dog the Bounty Hunter wasn't alive.
I mean, if Dog was around at this point, this wouldn't have been a war. It just would have been a bloodbath.
Yeah.
And I don't...
Dog and Beth, R.I.P.
Currently now they've built giant fences. And so that keeps the emus in certain locations. And if they get out, they just kill them. So it's easier to kill the ones that get over the fence.
It's called fish in a barrel, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Emus in a fence is what I'm going to start saying. So it's like killing emus in a fence.
I mean, if you took a trip to Australia, wanted a little daytime activity, you could probably just go out and shoot emus.
I think it's kind of like the feral hog situation in Southern America.
Texas.
Yeah.
Like they're just destroying shit, so they got to mow them down.
Is emu good to eat?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Because that would be suck if it wasn't. You just had to kill all the emus. You don't even get to eat them.
Can you imagine?
You got to hang the bodies on the other side of the fence to deter other emus.
That's true.
And do emu eggs, like, if you cracked one, would it have a yolk in it?
I believe so.
Imagine like the frying pan you would need for one emu egg.
Yeah, it's like I'm watching my weight. I'm like doing one egg in the morning. I'm just doing fucking pull out like a fucking emu egg. I mean, I imagine emu eggs got to be large.
Yeah,
and you crack it open, and there's a full ass, basically a chicken in the egg.
Yeah, it's like the girl's like, I'm only having one glass of wine tonight, and it's like a 32 ounce glass.
Yeah. What came first, the emu or the egg?
The war.
The war did.
Next fun fact.
See that. Jared's got to step up his game.
I've been asking for this one.
No, I know. I'm saying you had follow-up answers to you foresaw the questions that we were going to ask. And I like that.
That wasn't even fun. That was like elite.
I don't want to say that Jared's facts is on him doing the facts is on the hot seat, but it's definitely not cold.
Okay.
That was a phenomenal fact.
Thank you.
If you were to ask me.
The next one.
Not quite as good as the Boston molasses disaster, but it's up there.
No, that's what spurred it, though. That's what made me think of this.
Yeah.
Australian emu disaster. Is it emu or emu?
I'm not sure. I think it's emu.
Tomato.
Yep. Emu. The next fun fact. The Carolina Panthers have won their division 3 straight times, but have never had back-to-back winning seasons in franchise history.
So they won twice.
So
they won one time, probably with a losing record.
So 2013, 2014.
See, there we go. He's got it pulled up. He knows what questions I'm going to ask next.
Phenomenal. We
got to sit Jared down and have a serious heart-to-heart about these fun facts.
Oh, it is the Cam Newton era.
Yep, Cam Newton, 2013, they were 12-4, won the division. 2014, they were losing record 7-8 and won the division. And then 2015, 15-1.
That's how the NFL goes sometimes.
Nope.
Who is in their division?
You're asking the wrong guy here.
Jared, he would have known this.
He would have actually.
New Orleans, Buccaneers, Panthers, Falcons.
That checks out.
Nope.
So
I think the crazier fact is they've never had back-to-back winning seasons. That sucks.
that's really bad, especially they were 15-1 that one season.
Yeah.
Made it to the Super Bowl.
Huh.
Fun. That was a fun fact.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Not phenomenal, but fun.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This was fun facts. Phenomenal facts can be next week.
All right. Is that it?
Tyler?
I almost said Jared and then I almost said Ryan.
That is it.
Is that it, Tyler?
Yep.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of You Bet Your Radio podcast. May your emus be an offense. And may you not get a haircut from a guy from Jiffy Lube. Cheers,
His
Ryan.
buddy, dude.
Yeah, sorry. Get a referral.
His buddy.
From Anya Knees, my friends are having a game night this weekend and I feel like being a menace. What should I do to ensure everyone has a terrible time, but not go so far that everyone hates me?
Depends on what game you're playing. Pick a game, Tyler.
We talking Catan?
Yeah, let's play Settlers of Catan.
Never
talking
played
Uno?
it. I don't know anything about it.
How about we're playing Yahtzee? Best out of 11.
You could. If it's a board game where you have to move a token, just every time you do it, go the wrong way. Just go
Or
backwards.
every time you get up to go to the bathroom, bump the table a little bit. So
Yeah.
the tokens don't go everywhere, they
Yeah.
just tip over.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Apologize for it.
Yeah, I broke the seal. Got to piss bad.
Or keep moving the wrong piece. Not even the wrong one, just move somebody else's on accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do an extra box every time.
Keep asking about the rules. Even when you fully understand them, just keep asking about the rules.
Yeah. So wait, do I go this way or that way? What does that mean?
So if I play this reverse card, does it spin in a full circle or does it just go this way?
Yeah, and if it's a game where you have to read cards, just read them really slowly.
Yeah.
Do not pass go. Or is that go? Do not pass go. Do not collect
I hate this. one.
$200. You see, you guys are already
Yep.
fucking pissed.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
I mean, you can still be a good time, but you're probably ensuring you're not going to get invited back.
I mean, hopefully be a menace enough that they never want to do game night again, but not enough to where you don't get invited.
Just say how you have a master plan for the game the whole time and then lose. Just be like,
Yeah, you've been scheming for months.
yeah, just say things like, like falling right into my plan.
Yep.
Just every single time.
Trap is set.
Yep.
Okay, that is exactly what I needed to happen for my plan to work.
If you're playing Monopoly, just make terrible deals if you're about to lose. Screw over a bunch of other players.
Yeah, even when you don't need to mortgage your properties.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
I fucking hate board games, so I'm just not showing up.
All right.
You could also just sit there and do the bare minimum.
Just be
sit
shitty
there with
about it.
with your arms crossed like this, and then when you have to move, just like, can you move my piece?
Can you? Yeah, it's really far. Can you move
Yeah, I
it?
slept on my shoulder wrong last night.
If there's any dice rolling, just roll them off the table all the time.
Every roll.
Cock diet on purpose.
Yeah, just like literally just. Sorry.
Yeah. I was playing craps last weekend.
I've
We
been
had a
watching it.
backstop.
I've been watching a lot of Las Vegas with Josh.
Because then eventually they're gonna be like, just what is it on the floor? Let's just count it. You know.
Yeah.
So then the next time you have to, what would be a good way to roll dice but not actually get a number?
Is that possible?
I don't know if it's possible.
You'd have to get it to rest on a corner.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
From Corey Hall.
Also roll them from very high up. People love that.
Yeah.
Just hand as high as you can go and then drop them on the table and then it scatters everything.
Yeah, make sure that if they go on the floor, they're not by you. And make sure the person who planned the game night has to get up every time.
Yeah.
I think that's also a good move.
Honestly, the whole getting up from your spot and bumping the table, get up always right before it's your turn.
Yeah, and to go pee.
Yep, and then just
Get
putz
something
around
out of the fridge. Yeah.
Or like, have a game, have like a football game or something on your phone and just be like completely distracted.
Turn the volume up.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's my turn. That's my bad. That's my bad.
You could also just make everyone have to blow on the dice before you throw them every time. Every person.
Circle. I'm not rolling until you do it.
Yeah.
Also, get Bluetooth. Play shitty music.
Yeah, those are all good.
Yeah.